Lukas the Trickster, the Jester of Fenris. The only space wolf who could prank a wolf lord and live to tell the tale. But there's just one tiny problem. He's still a firstborn. And in the age of Primaris, that just won't do. So today we're fixing that. We're taking everyone's favourite menace, Lukas the Trickster, and dragging him kicking, laughing, and probably insulting us into the Primaris range. I started with the ever popular Aethon Shaan as the base model. Why? Well, I really like the dynamic pose, the massive tactical rock, and that Primaris bulk. And frankly, he looked like he was already up to something suspicious. The first step, I removed the torso from the legs. A clean separation, nice and careful, using my hobby knife and clippers. Then I clipped off the little peg on the leg that holds the pistol holster. I kept the back half of the torso, but shaved off the feather decorations. Sorry Raven Guard, Fenris doesn't do feathers. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have a massive list of kit bashes and conversion ideas that folks in the community have suggested. You can find a link to it in the description below. If you notice that there isn't something on there that you'd like to see, then let me know and I'll add it to the list. Next, I grabbed the front half of the torso from the Space Wolf's Grey Hunters kit. I removed the belt and belt buckle, constantly dry fitting and comparing as I cut. Remember to measure twice, cut once. Panic 3 times. There are a few gaps, but that's a future me problem. For the right leg, I used one of the shin guards from the Space Wolf's Blood Claws kit. Specifically the one without a dramatic kneecap flare. I compared it against Aethon's right leg and realised I'd need to shave down some plastic first. A few careful trims later and honestly, it fits surprisingly well. However, whilst the shin guard did fit nicely, there was no foot. Well, no foot that attached to the base anyway. So I had to use Aethon's foot and remove most of the shin guard that was already attached to it. So I carefully cut away piece by piece and constantly comparing against the new shin guard and the foot that was already attached to the base. On the left side, I kept Aethon's original shin guard. But this time, using my hobby knife and sanded sticks, I just rounded it off so it kind of was a bit more symmetrical with the one on the right. Because symmetry is important, even for someone who thrives on chaos. Then I removed the talons attached to the boots and base, so it looked as if they were never there. I then took one of the runes from a knife scabbard and attached it to the left shin guard. I also added a small wolf skull too, because if you're going to prank people across the galaxy, you might as well accessorise. This should have been a gem, but I didn't do it. I don't know why. I think I just completely went a bit blind and didn't do the gem. So we got wolf skull. Then came the glamorous stage of the hobby, gap filling. Plastic putty, milliput, and some careful smoothing. If you've been enjoying this video, why not chuck me a like and maybe subscribe? It's absolutely free to do and it really helps me a lot. From the new Space Wolves kit, I grabbed a Skull Power Pack trophy, and I carefully cut away the crossbone details and trimmed some of the belt buckle area so the skull would sit nicely. Fit, trim, question my life choices, test, trim again. Eventually it nestled in perfectly. To represent the Drakari succubus trophy that's on Lukas's belt, I snipped off a ponytail from one of the Space Wolf heads, but it looked a bit too short, so naturally I glued two together. Before we continue, here's a quick word about today's sponsor. A massive thank you to Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus for sponsoring today's video. Tacticus is a fast-paced tactical game you can play right in the palm of your hand. You assemble and lead hundreds of champions across multiple playable factions where positioning, abilities and smart decision making really matter every turn. I've always enjoyed running the Ultramarines in Tacticus. They really reward disciplined positioning and clean, efficient plays. That tactical structure style is what hooks me, whether I'm planning a perfect turn or adapting when things go sideways. You can take that approach into high-stake battles against other players or lean into PvE modes if you prefer methodical progression and long-term planning. The developers continuously introduce fresh content, new game modes and challenging events, which is the big reason Tacticus holds an average 4.5 star rating on the app stores. Right now, Tacticus is celebrating the arrival of a brand new faction, the Leagues of Votann. The kin bring high-tech firepower, resilience and tactical precision to the battlefield. As they say, the kin do not forget. The first champions to be released are Vin Konglar, the Brockhere Ironmaster, and Uthar the Destined, High Carl of the Great Arthurian League. Scan the QR code on screen to download Tacticus today. Grab 2,000 gold and 10 Isabella shards using my unique code WePaintMinis10 and command the kin yourself. Thank you once again to Tacticus for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the kitbash. Next up, I did some simple cutting and removed a scope from a bolt rifle and glued it onto a plasma pistol, one that was from a Space Wolf kit. Does it make tactical sense? No. Does it look cool? Absolutely. For the right shoulder pad, I used one from the new Space Wolf range, but removed the lower trim to tie it in more closely with the older Lukas model. And while I was at it, I stuck on the left power clawed arm, also from the new kit. For the cape, I used the one from the Ragnar Blackmane kit. I removed the pistol holster and the back torso section that held the power pack, since mine was already sorted. But I wasn't loving the sharp pointy end of the flowing cape, so I cut it down, folded it back, smoothed it out, and now it flows naturally like he's mid-prank escape. There was an almost perfect head in the new Space Wolf kits. Almost. But it didn't have the goatee, and more tragically, it didn't have his creepy smile. Now, I couldn't fix the smile. Sculpting expressions is, well, above my current pay grade. But I did sculpt a small goatee out of green stuff off camera. And listen, I'm still learning. One thing I want to do more of on this channel is show the parts I struggle with, the messy sculpting, the awkward joints, and the why did I think I could do this moments. I hope I do that, but I'd like to do more. You know, because hobby growth doesn't come from pretending everything's perfect. To finish him off, I added more runes, teeth and a necklace from the new Space Wolves kit, as well as the perfect power pack from the Ragnar Blackmane kit, placing each bit to echo the original Lukas model's details. Once those bits were added, I painted the model, and just like that, Primaris Lukas the Trickster was born. So here he is. Bigger, taller, slightly less smug. My interpretation of a Primaris Lukas the Trickster. If you enjoyed this build, give Give the video a like and don't forget to hype it if you're watching on a mobile device. It genuinely helps more than you know. Subscribe for more conversions, kit bashes and slightly unhinged hobby decisions. And tell me below who gets the Primaris upgrade next. Because if Lukas can cross the Rubicon, anyone can. Stay creative, stay mischievous, and I'll see you in the next one.